So we'll start from this morning. We went for coffee, all right? Brunetti's. Bang, we're doing the coffees and we're talking. Actually, we're in the car and we're like, I go, everything all right? Or some shit. And then I go to you, is there any weird shit coming up? All right? And then you bust it. And that's how we got on this topic.
Yeah. So basically, talking about beliefs. So we went to, I find this common trait.
Yeah, bust it.
Okay, I have in my life. So, and it's weird to yourself and everybody else. But for me, it's like, because I'm in it. Doesn't seem
more
like...
me than anybody, but that's fine.
That's right. Well, no one else paying attention.
Top secret.
Exactly. So to give the audience a bit of a breakdown, like every time I go, let's say to a KFC, let's say, for example, right? Yeah, KFC's had the same menu from fucking...
Since the Colonel there.
Since the Colonel was alive.
That's right.
All right? But sometimes, in my mind, they might have something like a special, like a hot and spicy came out this month, whatever it might be, right? But generally, it's like 99% of the time, it's the same.
A new burger, some fucking...
That's right.
Promotional molecules.
Exactly. So we went to Brunetti's today, and Brunetti's is usually got the same fucking cakes.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, like, oh, when I go there, I really like having this pistachio croissant.
Beautiful.
That's what I'm going to get when I go there.
That's it, though.
So in the car, park the car, bang, go in, walk in, and straight away I see that they don't have it.
Yeah.
All right?
It's dilemma time.
It's dilemma time. It's a dilemma. It's like, fuck, I really wanted it.
I really wanted it.
That's what I wanted.
Why is it so important?
And I'm not huge on cakes. I love chocolate. But I'm not huge on cakes. Very specific.
Very specific.
And this place here, obviously Brunetti's, has got way too many fucking cakes. So there's too many options, and a lot of options aren't really, really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of cakes.
Yeah. But I'm not down with them. Like, there's only 1, 2, 3 things. Now, I haven't tried every fucking cake they got.
No.
So I don't really know.
No.
But I know what I like.
Yeah.
All right?
You're a funny cunt.
But yeah, so went there. It didn't have it. And yeah, when I don't have something that I like, it's almost like, fuck, that's it. I can't have anything. And then I was looking around and I'm like, maybe I just got a focaccia, something savoury.
Yeah, the decision is hard to make.
Hard to make the decision.
Yep.
And like, all right, bought the focaccia, and he's thinking inside me like, but also wanted a sweet. And I'm like, fuck it. It's too much to think about. Get the focaccia, eat it, see how you feel. After that, if you feel like a cake, we'll decide then. And then that's it.
That's right.
But through that conversation, through that process of thinking, like this one here worked out good for me.
Yeah.
Because I thought, I made a decision. I'm going to get the focaccia. And if I want a cake later on, I will get one.
That's it.
All right? But usually it's not like that. It's like I'm always umming and ahhing about I'm going to make a good decision. It's got to be a good decision. Not a decision. It's got to be good. It's got to be the fucking one.
Yep.
Can't be wrong.
Can't be wrong.
All right? It's got to tick a lot of boxes. I've got a lot of criteria.
This decision has to matter.
It has to matter. Like if I
have to get this one right.
I have to get it right. If I eat this cake or whatever it's going to be, this pizza, whatever, this fucking burger, it's got to hit the fucking spot. And if it doesn't, I've wasted that meal, that opportunity. Because if I get a burger, it's not going to be terrible, obviously, but it's not going to hit the spot.
And then
I'm already full. I'm not going to get another fucking burger.
That's right.
And then that's it. It's gone.
It's right. In your belief, that's under the banner of it's a failure.
It's a failure.
I
fucked up on this one.
That's right.
I fucked up on this one.
Yes.
And next time, you got to get it right.
You got to get it right, mate. You better be careful.
You got to get it right.
Yeah. And why does it mean so much to get this?
Look, my hopes and dreams are all on this fucking one thing.
Correct. That this is what we're going to unpack, obviously.
Yeah.
Because obviously picking food and that, who gives a fuck?
That's right. And obviously, I'm not going like completely like, so people are going to stand. It's not like, oh my God, my world's over. But my subconscious mind thinks it's all over. Which is the belief.
Yeah. when you say it's all over, there's negative thoughts and negative feelings.
Like I fucked up. That was like
it.
It's pretty much like
Got it wrong.
yeah, I got it wrong. Like I lost $1 million.
That's it. Yeah, correct.
Like to that damage.
To that damage.
Yeah. So
And that sets the cycle up.
That's the cycle. That's and that's just one thing. It could be that same trait or that same process affects every area of my life.
Every decision you have to make about something.
That's it. Exactly. Do I work out? The job I have, the industry I want to excel in, anything.
Your child.
That's it. Anything.
What are we going to do with this kid? We're going to make a decision here.
That's it.
I'm not going to make it. I don't want to fuck it up. I'll handball it to the mum or whatever.
That's it. So, yeah, it's like these pitfalls.
Yeah, the fear of failure. I think that's what it comes down to, really. We didn't really say that before, but I think it's that fear of failure, that fear of like getting something wrong, which is the same thing as failure. And that feeling we get, we place a big emphasis on like, if we fuck up in something, like we're so wrong there. We are so damaged or we're like faulty.
Yeah, but for me, it's also so final.
So final.
So it's not like, the hamburger wasn't that good. Next time. You know what I mean?
I'll try something else.
Yeah. Or like, sweet. Yeah, it's a hit and miss. For me, it's like, oh my God, that's it. There's no return. Like, it's pretty much the nail in the coffin every time.
Bravo. It's the nail in the coffin every time. And because you're always thinking about that, it constantly obviously reinforces your belief.
Correct.
On that issue or whatever the fuck. And obviously you got that from like back in the day, blah, 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 growing up, certain things happened. You felt like you didn't get the support maybe you needed. Like, let's say you're with kids there, as we know, if a kid fucks up, you don't say that it can't you fucked up, you're a fucking idiot.
Obviously.
If you do that, then that kid's always going to question their decisions and they're going to feel fucked. Rather than like, all right, sweet, what do you reckon we can do next time? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a whole technique anyway, long story.
Of course.
But that's where this shit stems from.
Guaranteed.
Now, we can't do fuck all. We can't go back in time.
No.
What do we then do about changing that belief that, I might make a wrong fucking decision, whatever the fuck that means. Like, what is a wrong decision, eh?
It's not a wrong decision at all. In this situation,
logically, it's not a wrong decision.
Yeah. There's a couple of things you can do here, right? As you mentioned. First is, we went to a cafe. It's not a big deal. Every cafe, more or less, has got the same sort of shit.
Yeah, offers, whatever.
All right? So, as you put it, you got your go-tos. Now, in this case, that was one of my go-tos. But I can also have a lot of other go-tos. At the same time, I can also have, just not be attached as much, obviously. Like, I don't know. Oh, they sold out. Okay, sweet. What else have they got? And then, bang, make a quick decision of, I like chocolate. It's not a hard thing. I like chocolate with a combination of maybe croissant or donut. That's it. Just take something and make a decision, and that's a win.
Yeah, like I find not adventure, but a sort of adventure or excitingness, if you will.
Yeah.
On rolling the dice on certain decisions I make.
Yeah.
All right, because I don't like getting bogged down with that feeling, that other feeling. So I've embraced the unknown feeling. Like, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to get.
Be open-minded at that time. Maybe I'll try something else.
It's not life or death.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've flipped the script.
You got to flip.
Obviously, every cunt wants to get the thing that they want today.
Of course.
And they want to, so-called win. But if I don't, I just feel that, you got to have the right attitude. It's your attitude.
It's the attitude.
Your belief rules or runs your attitude. If your attitude is now like, I'm just going to choose anything there, that's completely against the whole, I don't know what I want. I'm cool with what I get. Like, prepare for the worst, expect the best, whatever the fuck the thing is.
Yeah.
That kind of attitude or mentality with everything. Because, you know, again, all I know is I don't know anything.
Correct.
Like, what the fuck do we know? You know what I mean? So it's almost like there is no wrong decision in a sense.
No.
The fact that that's a thing. Look, different. You're trying to do something. We're going for coffee here. You're not trying to make your life better by choosing a croissant.
No.
All right? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you're not trying to learn a skill. It applies in different places. But when we're talking about we're just living, eating, socializing with friends, just fucking making decisions there, like general decisions, like that, simple fucking shit. It doesn't need to be too serious.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. If we bog down with these little decisions,
we're finished, though.
You can see how damaging
the bigger ones can be.
Exactly.
Correct. So we've got to get the everyday shit sorted. So yeah, it's changing that belief. How does one change that belief? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, so the situation is like, first of all, try your best not to be attached to, hey, I want this, and if I don't get it, all hell's going to break loose. Okay? And you're better off trying it with the little stuff. Because, you know, God forbid you want to go buy a house. Oh. It's worth $1 million.
Forget about it.
And you don't get that house and you got a loan of $1 million, commit suicide.
Correct.
But with the croissant, sweet, all right, you know, let's try practice on the easy stuff.
That's right.
Which will help us with the harder stuff.
But this is how the belief keeps you in check.
Correct.
They give you a really bad feeling to keep you in line with. So second guessing is created by fear. All right? And in your case, fear of feeling like shit. Fear of failure, fear of like, you know, I don't want
missing out.
I don't want to disappoint myself again. You know
that's
what I mean?
That's it.
At a you know, subconscious level, whatever. So then you're always, you know, staying in your lane, so to speak, with everything. And you're not it comes down to you're not backing yourself.
Correct.
Deep down, you know what I mean?
Correct.
You know, we have to fall on our own sword sometimes. And being cool with that. How do you get cool with that? Well, you have to put it into perspective. You have to tell yourself a million fucking things. You have to talk to yourself all the fucking time, bro.
Yeah. Well, the main thing is here is like, as you said before, how we're going to get out of this belief. Main thing is here to be aware that, hey, you know, the evil one's here.
Yep.
Like, be aware that this is happening.
Correct. There's a negative belief. There's a bad guy around the streets.
There's a bad guy around the streets. That's it.
He's trying to make you feel like shit.
So being aware, like, hey, I'm not going to... So once you're aware, in that instance, no, that's on the spot there, you don't submit. Don't buy into it. Because once you buy into it, and it's the wheel starts turning, it's harder to stop later on.
Correct.
So you got to stop it at the start, right at its trap, right there.
Correct.
So you're not going to be dwelling on it, right?
You're essentially still praying to the same God.
That's it, exactly. So first, to be aware of it and to stop it immediately, right? Now, initially, we were saying that is it better to replace it with something else? But you don't have to replace it with something else. You don't have to replace it with a happy thought or a better thought. You got to stop it at its tracks.
Yeah, like quitting smoking. You got to just stop. You don't replace it with. You fucking stop smoking. You don't replace it. The replacing is not doing it.
No, exactly. Okay, so you just replace it with some other idol, right?
Knowing that you don't want to be like that. Knowing when you make a decision, it's not always your life's on the line. You have to be kind of like, it's like when you smoke. Yeah, I know it's bad for my health. When I think negative thoughts and I'm confronted with a situation where I had to make a decision, I don't need to go down the whole process of like making myself feel like shit or confused. You know what I mean?
Don't put the pressure on that it's life or death.
That.
You know, it's just a fucking croissant.
And not liking that way about yourself.
Exactly.
I don't like that thing that I do.
Yeah. So after being aware, after stopping at the tracks, the next is, you don't have to replace it. The next is, as you said, give yourself a very short little time limit. Could be like 30 seconds. Try and make the best decision as possible. They've only got chocolate croissant and they've got a fucking custard croissant. I like chocolate burger. Bang, just get it. That's it. That's a decision.
That's right.
So making the decision, taking the action, as you mentioned.
Yes.
That's it. Mission complete.
Correct. At the time, it might feel like you're going against your beliefs, but your beliefs are there to keep you in order, keep you in line.
Yeah. Because you more also make the decision, have the croissant, enjoy the croissant, the chocolate one this time, all right? And still feel like, fuck, I still missed out that. Oh, but I really wanted the pistachio one.
Interesting.
You know? So it's got its claws everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's before the croissant, during the croissant, after the croissant. It doesn't make a difference.
I think it's easier to make when you can't have the croissant.
It's easier to make.
Like today we went there, that pistachio croissant wasn't there.
No, it wasn't there.
I think it's easier for the mind to accept rather than it's there. Look, if it was there, you would have gotten it. Now, when I say easier, could be a bit ridiculous. As in, like we almost couldn't get into the house because, couldn't find the key. Now, what am I gonna do about that? Am I gonna just be like spewing about it all day?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Because in that case, you didn't have the croissant, but you also didn't have a plan. But your attitude when you rocked up was, this is how it has to be. Not, let's see how it goes.
No, that's it. Yeah.
It's a different...
I'm betting everything on fucking black.
I'm betting everything on black.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's it. And that's dangerous.
Correct.
Very fucking dangerous.
Because you're hung up, there's an expectation, all this shit. You want it to be this way. You want that success to come from the way it wants to come.
That's it. I'm attached to that outcome.
You're attached to that outcome.
And like I said, this goes deep with every other aspect of my life as well. If it's doing it with a croissant, fuck.
It's fucking doing it with everything.
It's doing it with everything.
It's doing it with everything. Yeah, correct. Now, I don't know how deep you want to go there, but it's correct. So, if we think of things, everything is like quitting smoking. All right? Every belief, we have to change belief from one to the other. You got to change the belief, the way you think about that shit, right? You gotta, but then you got to act like you believe it. I'm not going to say, it's good for the soul to go to church and not go. I've got to go to church.
Of course.
I've got to be the cunt, I'm really going to church.
Got to do the action, yeah.
You got to sell it to yourself. You can't sell it in your mind. You have to sell it with the action. That's it.
Yeah. Another thing we said as well, that, when these thoughts come up, like, majority of these thoughts are not true.
That's right.
All right? So, and the reason we accept them is because we don't shine the light on them.
Yes.
All right? So, an example, it might be smoking, as you mentioned before, right?
Yep.
Someone might say, and I got this from Wayne Dyer, he goes, it's really hard to quit smoking. All right? And he would ask this person, is that true? How can it be true? And he goes, let's work it out here. What's harder, to smoke or not to smoke, as far as action is concerned? As far as action is concerned, is basically not smoking is just don't put a cigarette in your mouth. That is the action.
Yep.
As far as smoking, you first got to have money. So we were just saying there's more involved here, right? You've got to have money. You've got to go to the store and buy cigarettes. You've got to also buy a lighter. Okay? Then you have a cigarette. Okay? And after you finish smoking, you've got to butt it out. You've got to put it up. You can't just throw it on a straight. I mean, people do. You got
to throw it away.
You've got to throw it away. Okay? Now, if you throw it away, you could be driving. Could cop a fine. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Let's say you throw it away, successful, everything's done, no problem. You smell like cigarettes. Your breath smells, your clothes smell. You got to go wash your clothes, this and that. There's so many more moving parts physically that you have to do when you're smoking rather than not smoking.
Just not doing it.
Just not doing it.
Of
That's
course.
it. Now, obviously, the underlying theory here is not the actual action, it's the belief and the thought behind it, which is difficult.
Correct.
But I just want to give an example of what is real and what's not real.
Okay. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Because you might say some things might be true, but there's different truths. A lot of things can be true.
Correct.
But the point here is about perception and belief is what weight, where are we choosing to put the weight or the energy? What truth are we getting behind?
Correct. What truth are we getting behind?
Yeah, it could be fucking 45 truths there. By you originally said about that decision, maybe you got a lot going on in your life and maybe you're just trying to get this one thing right. It's a control thing. That's why, you said something.
Yeah. You could be basically, my life's shit, okay? And basically, the one thing that I can control that will give me instant gratification,
yes,
okay, would be just going and getting this sweet that I like.
Because you're on a diet, it's that.
Yeah, that's it. It's going to make me feel better.
You deserve
all the shit. Exactly. It's going to make me feel better. But when I go there and the sweet's not there as well, then I'm really fucked.
Correct.
That's what the mind's saying. My life's fucked, but now it's really fucked. I can't even do the simple shit that I believe is in my control.
Correct. And this is another kind of issue that's tied into, all of us have certain issues, but this certain thing, so there's different devils or different demons, let's say.
Yeah.
The fear of failure, I would say that's a kind of a demon. Definitely. All right, that's one represents that. All right, a lot of people, it's a thing that comes.
I'm fighting with that one. Yeah,
correct. This other one that you just said there is control. All right, there's a let's say a control demon, and the control demon makes you feel like you can or can't control a certain situation, but it also lends itself to being a victim. So you're saying if I can't get this one right with the pistachio croissant, I mean, I don't have control of anything. I don't have any say in my life. Because
my mind's thinking about this is the most simplest thing that it's very hard to fuck up.
That's right. Now, the key thing why I'm calling this a demon, the control demon, is because your expectation on what should be there for you, because you're not making the croissant.
No.
You got nothing to do with that existing.
No. They might not make it that day.
To a point.
They might have just sold out and went too late. Could be there's a big possibility, which is out of my control, of missing out on that croissant.
Yeah, it depends how deep you want to go.
Yeah.
But as in your ability to make sure that croissant's there and someone made
is zero.
Is zero.
Zero.
But yet your conclusion is based off what someone else is doing, which you have no control over.
Correct.
Which is really not fair to yourself.
Exactly. 100%.
So a lot of people struggle with, this person should be like that. I got my cousin. He was saying, with his siblings, he's saying I go there all the time. They're looking after his mum, whatever the fuck. I don't want to, they're just idiots. They're lazy. They don't do nothing. All right. I'm like, cool. I'm like, sweet. But what about you? What have you got to do with who they are? You're taking, the only reason you're categorizing or judging these cunts is because they're not the way that you are. And you expect them to be the way that you are. But that's that's crazy talk. So that's another form of control. I need these people to be like this certain way. And because they're not that certain way, they're idiots. But I'm like, sweet, they're idiots. But how about you? What can you do in that situation? And really, he's avoiding. He doesn't like them because he's playing their game. That's why we don't like people. That's why we're like, oh, how can they do this? Why is he saying that to me? Blah, 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 blah. But you're not playing your game. And because you're selling out, you're putting it on them. That's another victim.
There's a lot of those examples.
That's a, but maybe control's not the word, but what would be, it's the common denominator here. What's the main thing? Is an expectation, but it's also, yeah, you're not pulling the trigger that you have to.
There's a lot of them. Expectation is one of them. Control is one of them. Control is one of them for sure. It's trying to control the situation.
Yeah, it's like that's right. Control.
When the situation was never in your control anyway.
It's the lack of control. So you're hating on another cunt. Let's say you got a kid and they're acting like little shits, and you're like, "Fuck, this cunt doesn't. This cunt just doesn't, behave."
Yeah, it's something more simple.
Yeah,
me and traffic.
Sweet. No. Let me finish this one. This cunt doesn't behave. Yeah, but you're not telling him what he needs to tell him. You're avoiding conflict. Yeah.
Correct.
That could be another thing. Like the thing that you need to do there is usually when you need to create conflict. Is that the right word there?
No, when conflict is upon you.
Yeah, you need to step into it.
You can't avoid it. A lot of people do.
Most people do, yeah. They don't want a conflict because usually conflict has to be like what I say is important and I'm putting away what you're saying and what you think. All right? Which is completely fine. We always put ourselves aside because we don't want to do the hard stuff. And really all we're doing is trying to bat for ourselves. But that's yeah. And we do that at work, we do that whatever.
Yeah, so there's a lot of these demons.
Correct. There's demons.
Everyone's got different ones. Some people have got multiple. Most people got multiple of these. It's not like one.
No.
It's a lot of them. Attachment, control, doubt. They're all, and that's the shit that always keeps us down. And you're always battling every fucking day. Pretty much all day with these demons. That's it. Right. And the more you play into their hands, the more you lose. The only way to be free of them, well, one of the ways to be free of them is basically to be aware of them. Hey, this is controlling me. And as you said last time, I don't want to be controlled. That's either do I, right?
That's my highest thing, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people, including myself, are really clear about people controlling me. And we've got a grip on that one, but we don't have a grip on controlling ourselves. Who's controlling us? Like mentally I'm talking about,
Of course.
So these demons.
But that's the thing, that's what we're saying. Someone can tell you what to do, but that's cool. You can physically do what they say.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about them, you doing what they say? You might think, oh, you're doing what they say, but really deep down you feel like you sold out to yourself.
You do.
You didn't really want to do that.
A lot of times you do, yeah, for sure.
That's the control. We're not talking control. When I say I don't like being controlled, I don't mean like someone's fucking...
No, obviously.
Got a gun to my head and fucking...
Yeah,
that jump. One I can accept.
Yeah.
But spiritually, emotionally, whatever... I don't like them dictating how I have to feel. Do you know what I mean? And you do this and I have to do what they say because not because I have to, but because what they say is better than what I have to think or what I have to say.
Yeah, their opinion of you is better than your opinion of yourself.
That's the control. That's where they win.
Yeah. But again, even these croissant, this thing, that's your belief, your current belief, controlled that outcome today.
Your current belief?
So my current belief controlled my outcome today.
Correct.
All right? Unless you put a stop to it. So these beliefs that you have, that we all have, are controlling us in many different ways, and most of the times we're not even aware how they're controlling us. We don't even know that they're a thing at all.
That's right. The old saying, how you do something is how you do everything.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes I can see the most insignificant thing on paper. I can see someone do something, and that just says to me, you're doing that fucking everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, for sure.
That's how I can't, for some reason, I can't just see something like that's that.
Yeah, that is what it is.
And sometimes, like, you know, if we're talking to some of our friends, and I'm like, oh, this guy's a dumb cunt because he did this. He's thinking like, that has got nothing to do with
Yeah, anything.
how he is with his...
Yeah, there was just that time, that specific time, that situation.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, they're not reading into it at all.
They're not reading into it. They don't know that means that, and that's an ignorance.
It's ignorance.
Because the ignorance is another demon. The ignorance makes you think that also, if you think like that, you can also get away with certain things, and one's got nothing to do with the other.
Yeah, guaranteed.
It's turning a blind eye.
That's what it is. So yeah, identifying is one thing we're telling the audience here, just and overcoming it. Again, now we believe that's being aware of it, identifying it, and depends how much it's, if you can make a decision, move on, whatever. But if it's hounding you, you got to really look at it as a smoking example. Hey, all right, sweet, no problem. Put it under the spotlight.
Yep.
And see if it's true or not. Most of the times, if not every single time, it's always false. These beliefs are always false.
All right, I'll just throw more examples, all right? So I'm going to give a situation where there's a true situation, all right? But it's not, there's another truth, or it's not really like yes, it is true there, but there's another true as well. So I'm not super rich, super successful because I'm not good enough.
Yep.
All right, that's fucking open-ended as fuck.
Guaranteed.
There's something wrong with me. That's why it's not happened. Now, is that true? Look, that could be a bit more grey area. That could be like just a straight assumption.
Yeah, look, someone could be like,
if it would have happened by now.
Yeah, I'm not successful because I don't have a skill.
Bravo, that's right.
All right, and everyone around me, we always assume that everyone around us is in a way better position, and I'm not only talking about financially. I'm talking about everything.
Their life's in order,
right? Their life's in order. They're kicking goals everywhere. Whatever they do, they're kicking Midas. Pretty much everything they touch turns to gold.
Yes.
Okay. It's easy to make that assumption. Very easy. And we do it a lot of times when it comes to couples. We're like, oh, they look like a really happy couple. You know what goes on behind closed doors, mate.
Correct. There's a lot of things.
A lot of things. So, but let's stick to this one here. So basically, everyone around me is kicking goals. They're financially way better off than me.
Yes.
Okay. And the reason why I'm not successful, rich, is because I'm lacking a certain skill. And yeah, that could be just the basic of it.
Yeah. Maybe I don't have the capability.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened for me.
Yeah.
But what about cunts who are like, it can't happen?
Yeah, it can't happen. Well, again, that's a demon in itself.
Yeah.
Right? It's a shitty belief to have, obviously, because it hasn't happened doesn't mean by default it will never happen. Because you don't know not what's around the corner. You don't know what's in front of you in the next 1 second.
Correct.
So to make that claim is insane.
Is foolish.
Yeah. But we do make those claims because we know ourselves.
Correct.
Okay? And we know the way the world works.
Yes.
Okay? And we know the process. That's it. We know the process that 1 + 1 = 2. I need to be doing something that's of value, and then value or money will come to me. That's right. That's the equation.
Yeah, correct.
Now, as you said, is there truth in that? Yeah, there is some truth in it, obviously. You can't be just sitting on the couch and become a millionaire. It's not happening. Right? You got to do certain shit, certain things, right?
That's right.
You got to, but it doesn't mean that you'll never do them. Doesn't mean that, you know, you played your hand and that's it.
No, it doesn't mean that. No, obviously.
So is there truth now? Yeah, there's some truth to it, of course. Right now, you don't have the money that you believe that you need or, you know, want, whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Sweet, that is the truth, yes. But where was the inception of that truth? Where did that truth start from? First of all, who said that you need $100 million? And even if you did have $100 million, you won't be happy. Because, and I'm not saying money doesn't make you happy. If you got money, life's easier. But if you're coming through the perspective that I need this to make me happy, it won't make you happy automatically.
No,
That's it. You don't need the money. I don't need the money to prove that.
Correct. You just add insult to injury or some shit like that. Just makes things worse, sir.
That's it. Because you've already started on the wrong foot. You're getting money to fill a hole. But money doesn't fill holes.
Yeah. I feel that it goes under the banner of like, if you're trying to get something from externally, not from you, it's very difficult to make you happy.
Yeah.
But then you might say, I had this convo the other day about like, you know, I love this one. Like, you know, are you a mad cunt if no one knows about you? This is the perfect like thought exercise.
It is a good one.
You know what I mean? Are you a mad cunt? Who makes that decision? And if you're further from you making that decision, it's very difficult. You know, what is a mad cunt? So the closer we are to we like who we are there, obviously we're doing well. That's in my opinion, you're fucking successful.
Exactly.
That's because then you identify with that. And then really like, yeah, what else do you need to do after that really? You know what I mean? Everything is bonus. But everything is bonus. It's getting blown up there.
Right.
Everything is bonus. You should be, I don't want to jump around, but I was listening to fucking, this guy, what's his name? On YouTube, I was listening to, he did LL Cool J's album. He's a producer. He's got long hair and a beard.
No idea.
Oh my God. Anyway, cunts are dieting and a very cloudy brain at the moment. So, you know, forgive me. But this guy's a sick cunt. Creative mad cunt. And he was talking to Pharrell. All right? And it's got like a Jewish name, like fucking Rothenberg or something. And he's like, he's helped Eminem, he's helped various albums, he's done good things.
Yeah.
But creatively, I feel like he's a heavy hitter. Like as far as we talk about, you know, we talk about like Elon Musk, or we talk about Berkshire Hathaway cunts, whatever his name is. Talk about rich cunts who've done well in business. This cunt's like that level, but in creativity style. And he says to Pharrell, yeah, we make these good songs, blah, 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 and, you know, we're the maddest cunts, blah, blah, blah. He goes, yeah. He goes, we're not the maddest cunts. He goes, it's almost like we make music there, whether it's good or not, kind of like, it's almost like they had nothing to do with making good music. They make the music.
And the algorithm tells them if it's good or not. That's it. The people kind of, the people like it. Right? It's almost like, I don't know, they're just putting it out there. They don't know if it's good or not. And then, of course,
it's kind of like the blessing or the extra thing is like, all right, now I'm going to tell you like, yeah, you're going to get rewarded with like, everybody loves it. Now, why it's good, who the fuck knows?
No, I believe it. There's some albums and songs that artists make that never hit the charts or anything, and I really like that song. I can't work it out. Like they're you know.
I might have fucked up the example, but I'm just trying to say it's almost like,
yeah, the example they're playing the game. They're playing the game. They're making their music.
They're making their music.
That's it. Because they love making music. That's it.
Yes.
That's all they have to do.
They might like that specific song.
Yeah, that's all they got to do is just, that's the job. That's the passion. That's, you know, That's the purpose. I just want to make music.
Correct.
They're not hung up on, is it going to be number one? Am I going to make $1 million?
Correct.
They just keep on making, and whatever the market likes, they like. The ones they don't like, they don't like. But it doesn't stop them from making music.
Yeah.
They're not attached to, oh my God, I can't believe that song that I really thought was going to go really well did not go well at all.
That's right.
Because their investment is about making the music.
They don't know what's going to be good.
But they don't care.
That too, yeah. So who decides it's good and blah, 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 all that shit is kind of like out there somewhere.
Yeah. They're not concerned with it.
Correct. So I think if the main goal is like being down with yourself, I think that's the purpose. I think like that's pretty much our purpose today. Because once you tick that today, like, you know, you kind of like nothing. You know, you're not going to care about failure because you're already down with yourself. You can fuck up 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
When you love yourself, kind of like to an unconditional point of view, like as in, like if you love yourself like your own child, that feeling, then, you know, you don't get hurt by the mistakes you make. Nothing really fucks you because you don't compare yourself to anything. You don't compare your child like, oh, what is he like fucking Bob's kid?
Of course.
I mean, you can, but that's a projection about your own malakiyas.
But people also like, if you want to play devil's advocate, people can be like, sweet, these guys here, they're lucky they found their purpose. Which is the thing, right? People think, all right, sweet. This guy just likes what he does. And he's not lucky. Likes what he does. Because I think most people don't know what they like to do. Most people haven't found their purpose. Most people are just working a normal job just to get by.
Yep.
These guys, the best way I could put it is like, you know, they're blessed. They're blessed to have found something they like doing. And because I like doing it obviously as well, they're successful at it.
But are they blessed because we're struggling like dumb cunts?
No, I believe...
They're blessed because they're blessed.
No, they're blessed because they're blessed, okay?
But we're also not blessed. Or...
No.
Okay, sorry.
I'm saying they're blessed because they've identified what they like to do and they're actually doing it. But some people could be like, yes, wait, I've got so much energy inside me. All I got to do is just point into the right direction. But I can't find the right direction. I haven't come across it yet. Like, for example, you know, if you ask me, like, you know, what do I love to do? I love traveling, for example, all right? It could be an easy one. Everyone loves traveling, right?
You like experiences?
I like experiences, yeah. But my fixed mind or, you know, ignorant mind can't really think of ways at this point in time to get paid to have experiences. You know what I mean? Like, I can't have, like, what do you do for a living? I do experiences. Like, it's not a job title. It's not a career. And it could be like that example of that, you know, this lady that, probably off topic, but this lady that, you know, wanted to travel. And she's like, but I've got no money. So, but she was a photographer. So she just basically went to every single airline and said to them, hey, I take really good pictures. You know, if you could, and apparently it's a thing that I take really good pictures. If you can send me to this destination, I'll work exclusively for you guys. And that's what she did. She basically, these airlines sent her all over the world, accommodation paid for, money in her pocket, and she'll take photos exclusively just for that company. Yeah. So she found a way to live a passion.
Yes.
And there's many of these ways. Again, it's awareness, being aware of how to do that. So a lot of people are stuck with, hey, I know I can be successful. I just got to direct it in the right direction. That's it. And they're hung up on, I'm still looking for that one thing.
Hang up, what does it look like?
Exactly.
Okay, that's obviously a distraction and it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Rick Rubin was the guy I was talking about before. Rick Rubin, producer. He's a sick cunt. So, all right, now, hung up. Now, if a job doesn't exist, this is what we're going to talk about now, all right? I got something for you. Not what we're talking about now. We're talking about this, what you're talking about. If a job doesn't exist, so if I want to be a singer, that's a job where it's like, I know I want to do that job. If I want to be a cleaner, I know I want to do that job.
Correct.
But when you're looking for a job that doesn't exist, you're not looking for a job. You're not looking for like how to make a living. I don't know why I'm doing that. How to make a living. Well, I'm underlining living because it's going to open up to what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
You're looking in the wrong place. I'm not trying to make a custom-made job that because I like fucking talking about anime or because I like anime, I'm not going to fucking...
That should be my career.
I have to make money from anime. I can, all right? And there's various ways you can do that. Now, I can make a choice of doing that as well, yeah? I don't know, it's beautiful. Because
it doesn't have to involve money. Like getting an income.
It can.
No, I'm saying it doesn't have to.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you. Brother, yes, it doesn't have to. So it doesn't have to involve you getting paid for something and you identify as that title that you do that thing.
Correct.
All right? I don't give a fuck about what job I do there. What do I give a fuck about? It's not about what do you do for a living there. It's more like how do you live? How do you live there? You might travel all the time. That's how you live. That's what you do. You might not get paid for it, but that's what you're doing. So why is it not that? How do we live our lives? That's what I focus on because that I can control.
It's good.
Now, I can't control what I do for a living, but really I don't give a fuck what I'm doing for money. If I'm getting money, I weigh up my life is how much of that day there am I doing, this is success, right? How much of that day is skewed more towards the shit I want to do or am I giving it to fucking some other bullshit?
Correct.
Am I selling myself out?
Correct.
Now, how I feel that day, now, because I'm spending 8 hours at work doing fucking this other thing that I'm doing a job that, it's just a job, but I'm doing it for money. It's not really feeding me spiritually.
No.
Purpose-wisely. That's a word. So I'm like, all right. But after work, I go to the gym. That's like that gym hour and a half. That's on my run. Right? That's getting on my fucking scoreboard.
Yeah.
All right. I might go for a coffee with you, whatever the fuck. Go eat a nice cake. I might socialise. These things start adding to my scoreboard. But I still got this 8 hour fucking thing that I wasn't doing. People love going on holidays because there's a chunk. Holiday represents I get to be selfish for this period of time to this period of time.
Correct.
I live a life of like. I live the real life I want to fucking live.
On my terms, yeah.
That's right. It's not I'm getting paid in the way I want to live. That's just kind of a smarter way to do it. But if you're rich there, you can buy back time and buy back experiences. That's the game.
That is the game.
So really your purpose is there to be happy with yourself. You're happy with yourself when you're living life on your terms.
Correct.
You're happy. You're like, I like who I am because if you're constantly selling yourself out and doing what every other cunt wants to do, you're not going to be happy with yourself. You're going to the other end of the spectrum. So by definition there, our purpose is to be happy with ourselves. Finished. And however you choose to do that. From a truthful perspective. Not if it comes in the form of like, I need to be like that cunt to be happy with myself. That's not, you look somewhere else, cunt.
100%. Yeah, look, exactly. It's all internal.
How do you live?
Yeah.
Not what job do you have?
Yeah, good way to put it. Yeah, how do you live?
I clean toilets, but I'm going fucking to Greece every year. What are you doing? Oh, I'm a real estate agent, but I've got a nice car and a nice house, but I don't go anywhere. Oh, cool. That must mean a lot to you. Yeah. Enjoy the experience, right?
Perception. Again, how do you look at it?
How do you look at it? But it's funny when we talk about it. It doesn't matter how the fuck you look at it. There's a truth that cannot be escaped, right? If whatever you're doing, right? If that doesn't point to I like who I am, then I guarantee you're doing the fucking wrong thing.
Exactly.
That's the gauge. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Yeah, it's people been aware of this You know, that, as you put it, how am I living?
I like who I am when no one's looking. Not I like who I am because someone else likes who I am.
No, of course.
That's like it's an egocentric way of looking at it. It's a false way of looking at it.
Guaranteed.
It's a different feeling. It comes from a different feeling. Your thing relies on that fucking cunt's hope that you're fucking a good person. You know, you're doing the right thing. You're toeing the line.
Yeah, that's it. Look,
It's teacher's Petra.
Yeah. First of all, you shouldn't be looking for approval from anyone. You gotta approve of yourself. And yeah, what are you doing in those moments where you're alone? It definitely counts. Obviously, like most people go to work. They work 9 to 5. Sweet. But you're not that 9 to 5.
Even if you are, you're getting an exchange, yeah?
Yeah, sweet.
You're doing it, you're getting money.
But I'm saying your life is just not all that.
Yeah, that's right. Your life, that's right.
You're more than that. Yeah, you do have to work, but it doesn't mean that, hey, I'm a Sparky, that's who I am. No. That's what job you do. That's what job you do.
Correct.
As soon as you finish that
that's what I do for money there.
That's it. As soon as you clock out of that shift, what do you do after that? You're not a Sparky then.
No.
What are you?
You tell me.
You know what I mean?
You tell me. What would that category of identity be?
Yeah.
Now you're just you.
You're just you. Which most of the time is, to a lot of people, is nothing. There's crickets.
But if we don't decide who we are there, someone else decides for us.
Of course.
But of course, if we think that someone else knows better than us, then we do that job too. We turn into another job. Everything becomes a job.
Everything's a job.
Everything is a job description.
Yeah, you're told to be doing certain things that you don't like to do, and that's it.
That's it. Life is one big fat job.
That's it. You've got no say in anything.
That's it, today.
And especially in your own life, which is
what
we're talking about.
That's the killer.
Yeah. So yeah, look, again, you don't have to go, as you mentioned. You don't have to seek your purpose. Your purpose doesn't have to be something you get paid for.
Your purpose is like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, correct.
I used to always just work 6 months of the year. I didn't really give a fuck what job I had. It didn't bother me at all. My goal and my eye was on travel. So I used to work 6 months, travel 6 months.
Experience.
That's it.
So you gave up a thing, 50% to get the 50%.
Exactly.
And you could really indulge.
100%. But I honestly, it didn't really bother me, and I did some shit jobs. But it didn't say, oh, John cleans toilets. He's a toilet cleaner. I wouldn't give a fuck what job I did.
Because your why. Your why blocked all the shit out.
That's it. Exactly.
You knew what the why was.
That's it.
You knew who you wanted to be.
Yeah, and what I had to do.
You knew how you wanted to live.
Exactly.
You wanted to live. Not what job, but live.
Live. Yeah. Yeah, good one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, look, I haven't thought of it like that.
I haven't either.
Yeah. Even though I was doing it, just never thought of it like that.
But you know how you do when we start to get to the end of this podcast, homie?
That's right.
Budget starts being made, lobster.
Yeah. So these little key things, can... Again, sometimes all it takes is just a conversation to open that door. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Can't
start having
listen to a podcast or something.
That's it.
If you're ready, the teacher will be revealed. If you're ready, you'll get that lesson. That's it. And now the next thing is, you got the lesson. What are you going to do with it?
Correct.
Because a lot of people do know things.
Correct.
Know. But they're not acting on it.
No.
And I've said a lot of times in a lot of other podcasts, just knowing alone, the ego feels like they're already doing it.
Right.
A lot of those personal development people, they've been to a million seminars, and they're at the barbecue, they start sharing some wisdom, and I was like, fuck, this guy really knows. But if they're trying to light into their life, it's total chaos.
That's right. That's right.
So they know, but they don't really know.
Correct. And also, you got to make the most of your situation.
Yeah.
You know, can you still live your purpose if you're in prison?
Depends what your purpose is. If your purpose is being an author, yes.
No, you can write though.
That's what I'm saying. If your purpose is being an author, you can be in prison and write the best-selling books.
Yeah, but I think your purpose is governed by your environment.
Your purpose
If you're in
governed.
space there, and your purpose is to fucking... Like, we're not dumb. When we're in a certain environment, we've got to make... Like, I feel like the purpose always has to be, with what you got, what are you doing with it? How are you leaning towards what you want to do within that situation?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Prison could be a good example of being a best-selling author and being in prison.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Like, you know, his purpose was like, fuck, thank God I went to prison. And thank God I had that time to write those books and do what I got to do. You know what I mean? Because my environment could have been outside prison and be distracted.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yes. I just think that writing books isn't necessarily a purpose. Like, a spiritual purpose there is, do I like myself? That doesn't come from like if you're in prison, but you...
No, but your purpose could be like to, you know, educate young minds. So your purpose could be like, you know, to change the way the world thinks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That could be done through writing.
It can, but I'm talking about like, if you had no access to give anything to anybody. All right?
Yeah. So the desert island, you know.
Solitary confinement.
Okay.
You've got no pens, right? You're not teaching fuck all to any cunt. Your purpose is going to come down to a spiritual thing. It's not going to come down to a superficial thing.
Of course, no, guaranteed. Yeah.
Do you know, that's kind of like, I wouldn't call that a purpose. I wouldn't call that a look. It could be a purpose, but I think there's different purposes.
There is.
You know, some people are good to do things and they love doing things. Like, there's a reason.
But you're talking about self-love. Like, what's the highest level of self-love?
Yeah,
you can get to
that kind of purpose. It's not always like I need a pen to write a book, or I need something external of myself. Like, my purpose is to fix cars.
No, it's not a physical action.
There's no cars in prison.
Yeah,
you can't fix the car.
It's not a physical action.
What are you gonna do? All right, I'm a monk. What the fuck are these guys gonna do there?
Yeah,
their purpose.
Yeah, their purpose is to be closer to God.
Correct. They've got to teach themselves to forego these earthly things, for lack of a better word.
These struggles, you know.
Not the struggles, the thing they're missing out on. They're so-called missing out on. I'm not free. I can't draw anymore because I'm an artist. All right? Being an artist was my purpose. I can't draw anymore.
Right.
What the fuck am I going to do about it?
Yeah, of course.
There's a deeper thing that has to be ticked.
Yeah, you're spiritual.
Yeah, correct. I'm trying to, because I feel like you don't need things to fulfill your purpose.
Purpose doesn't always mean something materialistic.
Or doing something materialistic.
Yeah, that's it. It's on the same banner, you know?
Yeah, all right.
Like, you know, a physical action or anything like that, you know? Your purpose could just be, as you said before, a monk, and you're just in Manathos in a cave and just want to be, you know, closer to God. That's your purpose. That's not a physical thing. That's a spiritual thing, you know.
But you might not have anything. That's what I'm saying. We might have to go into monk mode when we don't have.
Yeah. That's right. Exactly.
I'm using the monk as they're trying to do something with nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, they're getting rid of the external, the physical. You know, they're not relying on it. They're not aiming for it. They've got no use for it, really.
Correct. They've boiled it down to like, now this is what I do.
Yeah, I want to get to the essence, and the essence is me and the Creator.
That connection.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying. But
to follow through on that, it's very difficult to do that with a lot of noise. You know, if you're in a CBD of some city, you know what I mean? Like,
but you got more material.
There's a lot around you.
There is, but you also got more material to tick those boxes. You got more opportunities to have better experiences.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Yes.
if you're in a cave there, I don't know what kind
No,
of
but I'm
experience
saying
you
if
have.
you're, I'm saying if your
I'm not
purpose
saying the
is
confusion's
to
not there.
connect with the spiritual, you don't need to be in the middle of the CBD. You can be in the cave, and you're better off being in the cave. Less distractions.
There is less distractions. There is less distraction, but you've also got less material to work with, is what I'm trying to say. Like I could, if I had money right now, I would love the shit out of myself because I've been just doing shit that I
No,
love
but
to do.
I'm saying as far as the monk doesn't need anything else.
No, he doesn't. He's got to deal with less.
That's what I'm saying. But he actually put himself there for that specific reason, to be easier to obtain what he wants to.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Yes. For no distractions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. It's like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like the internet is good, but it's also bad. If you want to use it, it's how you use it. Yeah? It's the can.
That's it.
It's not
a
so
knife's
much-
good. A
it's
gun's
not-
good.
It's not necessarily the monk's better off. The monk's got no choice. Better off. Better off is I'd rather live the life.
No,
I
he does
wanna
have a
live.
choice. As I'm saying, he's got a choice because he put himself there for that specific reason.
Yeah. Correct.
Or else he could have been a priest.
Yeah, it's when you're forced to be a monk that you gotta really dig.
Yeah, look.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not saying about the cut. Forget about the monk having a choice. I'm like, you're in prison. That's going. I use prison because it's against your will. Things.
Yeah,
you
you're
lost,
put there
you're
against
fucked.
your will, yes.
Yeah, you weren't planning on that.
No. You didn't
That's why.
check
yeah,
into the hotel.
It's different if my passion was to be a monk.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's it.
different.
Yeah, you're talking about like you've been put in a situation. What are you going to do with it?
That's right, and it's coincidence that you're gonna find the way. Maybe some people don't find the way.
No, they don't.
Some people do their heads in
100%.
because
They don't all find the way.
They resist.
That's it.
But the bottom line, what the main thing is, you know what I mean? How do you get to a point? You know, your North Star is how do I feel good about myself?
Yes.
And it's always the North Star. Am I going against myself? Is this in line with what I think I should, do or what I need? But we always think that passion doesn't come at a cost.
It fucking does.
That experience,
It always fucking does.
like you, to go on those holidays for 6 months, you had to do these crap jobs for 6 months. So that was the cost. But you were cool to pay it.
Of course.
And that's the whole thing. Sometimes we've got a lopsided view about our passion and how this whole romantic notion about how we think life should be there. And we're like, oh, I have to do that to get that. It's like, nah, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, I could have been like, no, I want to, because I had a high paying jobs, but I could have been like, no, I want a career that's high paying, but also I want to travel for 6 months per year as well.
There's a flexibility there.
It's very fucking difficult to do.
Yes.
Not impossible, very difficult.
Yeah, correct. That would have been a different way to look at it.
Yeah. So from my awareness, it's like, there's no point in thinking about it. I'm young, get the most high paying job with a lot of flexibility. And at that time, a lot of times was construction. Casual worker, you're there, get paid good money, but they don't really give a fuck if you're leaving out.
Correct. That was it, yeah. That was it. But you paid the price. That's the whole point.
Let's say I pay the price. Yeah. So
Everyone wants to look good, but they don't want to fucking work out. You know what I mean?
that's it.
So there is costs to live in that life we want.
There's always a cost. You've got to pay a cost. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, and
Purpose or not.
correct. And feeling good about yourself sometimes needs a bit of discipline, and you got to check your beliefs.
Definitely. Yeah,
Some
you
shit like
definitely.
that.
Yeah, you definitely gotta. Yeah, stay grounded.
Yeah, correct. All right, sweet.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's
Anyway,
conclude.
all right, done.
All right, peace out, G's. Yes, us.